In this new review, me and my friend saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Hello, 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 and welcome to this Super Mario Galaxy review. So, it's this review is going to be a little bit like not the usual. At least if you've watched my videos from this channel, which it's not going to be a lot, of course, because I'm small. But it's going to be a bit of a two-parter. I'm just going to say my stuff real quick, and then I'm going to say all my stuff later on. Maybe might be a little redundant and say the same things later on, but it's fine. Um, because basically, like what kind of went on with the group review, we were playing Mario Kart. Um, and I won't lie, some of the sounds for the TV got a little bit with the just our audio. Not like obnoxiously, but you'll notice it. But it's still easy to hear us at the very least. So with that being said, if you want to skip ahead from this kind of solo review here, because I just have some extra thoughts and posts. We recorded that on Thursday. Right now it's Saturday. So um, yeah, if you want to skip ahead, I should have a timestamp in the description or just on screen probably. But yeah. So I'm not gonna keep you guys too long, but yeah, my thoughts on this movie are very unfortunately kind of low. Um and I usually don't like going off of other reviews, but later in the video, I'm fresh. I haven't watched any reviews before, but at this point I have, and I think I can agree with others and say that this movie was pretty disappointing when it comes to what they built up in the last movie, which, to be honest, the last movie wasn't that complex either. But it did build on some things that would be fun to see in like later movies. Um, but in this movie, they just threw all that out the window. There's barely any character development. There's barely any true world building. I guess there kind of is a little bit because you do get to see what's in the galaxy, and you kind of certain characters have, um, I guess, will be the grander scheme of things, big reveals. But when you see this movie, you'll realize that yeah, this is going to be so minuscule, like later on in the third movie. And also, I'll keep this non spoilers, and I'll probably like weasel in a little bit of spoilers in a couple minutes, but and I'll just put something on screen. But yeah, like I have in my description this movie is really like a kid playing with toys, and it is a fun filled adventure, which is kind of what I wanted with this movie. The first movie was a bit of adventure, but not as much as what this movie could have been. With it just being like traveling from planet to planet, which sorry to tell you guys, but they barely even do that. like it's so paper thin. Like if the first movie was a stick, this movie was just paper, bro. Like it was not that much quality. Like it was way too much quantity in this movie. So many characters that just really didn't even need to be there. They're just there just to, you know, kind of just be a cameo. Which, man, I really hate saying that, but it's just the truth. Like a lot of stuff was just cameo for cameo's sake, or it just felt like an advertisement because it just was no depth in some of the characters. My friend had told me that like Miyamoto had said in an interview, or I think it was actually the direct, um that when it came to what this movie would be like, Miyamoto said exactly like, "Oh, things happen one after the another in this movie," and it's really, really, really true. What happened in this movie? Like, it's a lot of people say sometimes when they think a movie's pacing is bad, they say things just happen one after the other. But this movie really just does. Like things go like it's like a racetrack, like or a Mario Kart. Things just happen so fast. Like you'll be at a low point one moment, and then just immediately you're just ripped out of that low point because someone like really randomly just saved you from that like low point that they're at in the movie. Um this movie like it just doesn't stay consistent with its focus, and it like completely deviates from like the plot points and the setups. Like it just jumps back and forth so much and just doesn't like simmer in like what's happening in that moment sometimes. Um like characters are split off, and you think like maybe through the whole movie it'll kind of be a split until they meet again. But then they immediately meet again in like 30 seconds. So it's like is like what was the point of doing that sometimes? Um this movie is a huge improvement when it comes to animation. I'll give them that. I think this is the best animated illumination film. Um Even more than the Despicable Me movies. But at least with the Despicable Me movies, they actually had story. Funny enough, but yeah, the animation was great. Like there were some scenes that was lit like legit martial art films where it was just very well choreographed scenes. It's very surprising for a Mario movie. Like in terms of like video game action, I feel like this is the best video game adaptation action I've seen in the movie format. TV format that's debatable. There's things like Arcane and Castlevania and all that, but yeah. Um, and like everything else I had to say, like yeah, this movie is pure like I say it later in the review for the group one, but it's pure like this aura and cool parts. Like we just want to get to that. Like they just completely just tiptoe over the actual plot and they just skip straight to the cool parts, straight to the action. Because who cares about that? Like Galaxy is probably the most heartwarming and I don't want to say the deepest story for Mario, but it has a story to it more than the other games, which are kind of all the 3D games are like that. Like Odyssey had a bit more of a story, Sunshine had a bit more of a story. Not really much for 64. It's kind of just a 3D version of just any other Mario game before that. But yeah, like Galaxy has story to it. You have Rosalina. Um and with that being said, like even though this is a kids movie, it's for me this movie is not going to be very memorable outside of just the action. I could see like for kids this might be a very memorable movie because they're kids, nostalgia. Um, but this is a movie I'd rather rewatch the first one than rewatch this as a whole movie. And just going a little bit of spoilers, um, characters like Fox McCloud that make a cameo have more screen time than Rosalina, which is basically like she's really just Galaxy. Like she's the core of Galaxy. She's like what kind of um makes Galaxy Galaxy, at least to me. Like she has most of the story parts of Galaxy. Like once Peach gets captured and Bowser like wants to eat the universe and stuff like that. I think that's kind of the story. I kind of forget some parts, but once all that stuff happens, we have on the backdrop, we have like story from Rosalina and her and her Lumas. Then we have her storybook that kind of delves into that. And like the storybook makes an appearance in the movie, but it's barely even a like it's just barely used at all. Like only time it's used is for this reveal with her being a sister to Peach, which if we're going off like nerdy stuff with um the games, they were never sisters. So this is something that they really just added in because why not? Like, I guess this kind of fits. And they reveal something that's like it's like you think would be crucial to the plot, but it isn't. Like they reveal that the girls have this power in between, which is why Rosalina split them off because them being together and having like this universal godlike power kind of like makes them vulnerable to not only themselves but getting captured by people who want to do evil stuff with them. So they don't use that power in the movie. The only time they use that power is just Bowser Jr. has this plot that make this use power up this big weapon, and Rosalina has that power to do that, and that's the only reason they use that power. Besides from, I think, um, yeah, I think they escape with that power. Peach and she helps um Rosalina, and they touch hands by the end of the movie, and that's how Rosalina escapes. Because Rosalina through the whole movie has to have like maybe like feels like 5 minutes of screen time really. So she's just in the start. She fights Bowser Jr. Then she gets captured. Then she travels with Bowser Jr. to his like Bowser planet that he made, and then she gets captured. Not captured. Then she gets like locked into this chair and gets like consumed by like the paint from like the paintbrush from Bowser Jr. And like that's all we see from Rosalina until the end of the movie, where we see she's captured in this like glass dome that's kind of like a staple from Galaxy. That I'll give them that, but they don't. They show Galaxy stuff sometimes, like they fly over planets. Like Fox is basically like the delivery man. He just brings everyone to place through the movie. So we see him pass planets um from the Galaxy games, which to be fair, I'm I'm sure they didn't do every galaxy because there's so many galaxies. I think there's like at least 90 planets in the Galaxy games. But even then, travel on them, like utilize them. But they don't do that. Instead, they rely on like um two planets and they just shove in cameos and fight scenes. They focus on that instead of the actual exploration of the adventure, like immersing ourselves in the world. Um, yeah, there's not much of that. So if you're going to see like Galaxy on the big screen, see like the planets and all that, you're not getting that. Sorry. um, you're not getting that. And for like the Smash Bros kind of theorizing, I could maybe see it like Game and Watch makes an appearance, Rob makes an appearance, obviously Fox. So yeah, like at the very least, there's a hint towards that. Maybe Daisy at the end makes appearance in the post credit scene, which I'm gonna be honest, cool to see her, but it's not that hype considering that I know they're not gonna do that much with her in the next movie. She's most likely gonna be the next damsel in distress, I bet. And at least with the last movie, I theorized that it was gonna be Wario and Waluigi as the next villains for the next movie. And that didn't end up happening. So who knows? They might subvert my expectations and do something like completely different, like they did with Galaxy. But I doubt they'll do it well. So, but I would guess since Wario, if I recall, is in the Land series, he'll be in the Daisy movie as some kind of villain. Because Bowser Jr. and Bowser get captured and they put in a prison by the end. So who knows? But I'd say this movie's fun, but it's a fumble, bro. Like, especially compared to like better video game adaptations that have a little bit more substance, like the Sonic movies. Which I'll be honest, I'm more of a Sonic fan than a Mario fan, but in general, I'm a video game fan. So like, I I just feel kind of like honestly, like, I got stabbed in the back by Nintendo because I kind of believed them on this movie because they did pretty decently on the first one. Um, but yeah, this movie, like, for me, would be like a 6 out of 10. The first movie would be like 7 out of 10. Um, and it's only that high because I just love the animation, and I do love seeing some of those cameos. But from a story standpoint, um, it's like a 2 or 3. Um, so like that's the only reason why. Like they got like 3 points extra to bump them up on this with the animation and stuff. And at least the first movie had an actual story throughout. Granted, it was like stick thin, but it was at the very least something. This movie had nothing. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is obviously longer than what I thought, and yeah, to the group of you.
Okay.
All right,
You
so
want to start off?
yeah. Actually, Mason, you start off.
I want to start.
Yeah, with your non-spoiler first, even though there's not much to spoil about Mario.
I will say some reviews definitely were right. It definitely does feel like at times it is definitely a movie for YouTube Shorts watchers. But that's not entirely a bad thing sometimes, because at least moved.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it moved decently. Just my thing with this movie, like it just didn't feel like as structured as the first movie. But I feel like it's mostly because it was just the first movie was set up and they're like we're just trying to speed run, just get to the good stuff. And then like this movie was like I guess kind of focusing on the adventure. I mean, it didn't all feel like an adventure, but I don't know, just like it felt like things were just really rushing to get like to the grander universe because obviously again this is another movie that's kind of setting up stuff at the end of the day, but
They're definitely trying to work out for an NCU, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, there definitely are. I legitimately thought like since when Fox was revealed, I thought there was going to be a little bit more
Oh yeah, by the way, we're going to do multiple tricks.
oh yeah, I didn't
And
do
instead
any tricks
of,
yet.
and if you want,
How do I do
if
tricks?
you, it shouldn't be the same way you do in the other games, you know, but you just do the same and put over and over.
Oh wait, no, I mean like grinding. I meant to say.
Oh, you need to actually get on top of the rail, and then you need to. But you can get on top of the rail if you do a hop midair, you'll start charging up,
Okay.
and if you let that go, you'll hop.
Okay.
But you gotta be on like completely straight.
Alright.
Like even if you like drift a little to the side, you'll know if you're drifting, not the hop.
Yeah. Alright.
But most rails and stuff, even like power cables and stuff, you can actually hop onto. Like those rails right there, you can go into those.
Oh, I just completely out there.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, there you go. I'm doing it. But yeah, the Mario characters definitely felt like Mario characters. I mean, that's one thing I feel like is consistent with
I will say though,
these movies, like at least compared to the Sonic
I wasn't
movies.
expecting it. I wish I didn't get spoiled on it by a poster, but the particular guest character sure was interesting.
I kind of already said it by accident, but I mean,
I
it was already advertised.
Yeah.
It's that,
So, I mean,
it's all about that guess.
yeah,
And
it's not really a
Fox is-
spoiler.
The Fox was interesting because I don't know. I know they're trying to modernize them. They can't make them that serious.
Dude, that was one thing that was kind of jarring to me. I was like, this doesn't really feel like Fox McCloud.
I'm like, his dad died, bro. Like, he should be a little more
Yeah.
serious.
I mean, not saying in the games he was that serious,
But I
but
mean,
like
he's not.
progressively, like where he's at, I mean, I guess it kind of is fine.
I mean,
It was kind of like he really reminded me of Sonic, like the Sonic movie Sonic, the way he was kind of portrayed.
Whoa, yeah.
Like not completely childlike, at least with Sonic 3. The previous movies it was still pretty like, you know.
In Sonic 3, he's like an adult. Oh,
Sonic 3 semi, yeah, he's getting there. But I mean, Fox McCloud, I feel like he was good enough, and I'm glad that he wasn't like taking up the whole movie.
but even then, it felt like he just kind of got delegated to like 4th place.
Yeah, I guess.
well, yeah, he's
He was just
in the Mario movie.
yeah. What's the word? Like he was just the what's it called? I guess the wagon to get them destination there.
When we need a guy. Who's
Yeah.
the guy that they were definitely on saying,
As soon as they said that,
Who's the guy who could fly the ship?
I think I looked at you, Mason. I was like, oh, so that's how they came in here.
Because it's like
It's so
we
obvious.
need a guy. Like they were. I guarantee the Illumination guys were in there. It was like we need a guy who can fly a ship, be a quirky character, and we can put it into Mario. And they just looked at each other. It's like
Not even just that. I bet you Nintendo was like, since you guys are doing this, you might as well just put in Fox or something like that. Because they're most likely, obviously, trying to make a new Star Fox game. I'm assuming. I mean, it's been like 7-ish years. It feels like.
Also, I do think if you pick a stage, if you pick a stage and then just pick it by itself,
okay.
you do the default 3-lap race instead of the.
The transition.
Tracksuit, go on.
That's a terrible ball.
But what do you think, Pepper? What's your verdict? So,
From a movie person's standpoint, I feel from a writing standpoint, the first one is better because the second one just kind of felt like a vehicle for funny little reference. Haha, look at the thing, look at the thing, look at the thing.
This movie was full. It was
This
definitely.
movie was jingling its fucking keys in front of me for 90 minutes. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I can't critically say it's a good piece of media. It just felt like junk food. It felt like I just ate chips.
It's honestly kind of hilarious because the first movie everyone was like, dude, this movie's full of too many references and it's just for fans. This movie, they just doubled down and they were like, we're gonna do it.
At least the first one had a plot. It's right.
Yeah.
Shit happens for a reason. Mario just does whatever the fuck he wants in this movie.
Yeah,
He's just I'm Super Mario, bitch, and I got powers.
Yeah, I feel like the only real character progression was kind of like Mario realizing his feelings for Peach.
No, here's the thing.
Yeah,
They didn't let anything rest in that game. Not in the movie, sorry.
It's
like
so
quite
bad as a
literally
game.
it was a minute dialogue, maybe. 2 minutes action, every single time.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say something about the action. The action is
Oh.
really well choreographed. I was like,
I meant to actually
holy
bring that
shit.
up because the animation, I feel like this is the best Illumination anime film I've seen. And on top of that, this is definitely
Shit moves so
way
fluidly
even
during the
better than the
fights.
first Mario movie.
That first fight
one
at the
was
beginning
great.
of the movie, I was like, my jaw was on the floor with how they were choreographing it. I was like, this feels
like
like
the Bowser Jr. one.
this feels like a martial arts movie or something. I was like, what the
Exactly.
hell?
Especially Luigi's part. I was like,
I was like,
some
whoa!
Jackie Chan stuff right now.
I felt like I was watching Dragon Ball. It was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they were actually especially the well, I'm not gonna spoil it,
I
but
just wish
the
they-
finale of it all was they definitely put a lot of the budget trying to get this fight down.
All I wish is that they let the story beats kind of hang for a little bit. Let there be something to digest.
Yeah,
The guys
like
made
the
minions. I don't think you should have higher standards.
yeah, like the low point of the movie, I guess, with them. Let's just get into spoilers.
Okay.
There's not really much to spoil.
Spoiler
about
alert.
this movie.
Spoiler alert.
Fox McCloud. My father is dead.
Oh shoot, I just did a trick and I just fell.
So,
The low point of the
Luigi,
movie with them
Luigi.
being on the whole dinosaur island. It was that was a minute. It was
It was like 3 minutes total.
yeah, it was 3 minutes, and
That
then
was the low point,
immediately
yeah.
the Lumas find them and they're like, let's go guys.
It
I'm
was
like,
like just
oh,
happened to
okay.
notice oh my god, wait, oh my god, is that Luigi?
Jesus. To be honest with you, the first movie I found the Lumas, they were the Luma. These are the only one, that blue one. I thought it was pretty cute, but the double down for this movie, it immediately hit me yeah, this is a kid's movie. they gotta do the baby voice character, have the cutesy character. And I was like, yeah, and they were funny sometimes, I won't lie, but it was some of the moments I was like, geez, I mean, I get this is a Galaxy movie, but there's so many unnecessary movies.
By the way,
I like Wart though.
Wart and
It was a
also
really
Mario
good
Bros.
stand-up.
2 inclusion.
Oh, the Mario 2 guy?
Not even just for relay reference. I like
That
him
was
as a
that
character.
was the inclusion.
Who voice acted Wart?
I don't know. I didn't pay
He
attention.
did good. He did well. I just didn't expect him to have the accent.
I was like, that's Wart. I was like, holy shit.
I just couldn't remember his name. Because there's so many Mario enemies, I kept trying to remember the names.
To be fair, no one really remembers Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh yeah, it hit me for a minute. I was like, where's it from? I was like, I recognize them. And then they did the turn up. Yeah, and then they did the turn up, and I was like, oh duh, this is Mario Brothers 2. Like, of course.
I like Birdo.
Yeah, I mean, all the action scenes were phenomenal. Like, the animation is like completely not a complaint about this movie. I don't think there ever be, depending on how many movies we get of like this series, which is probably going to be forever. But I don't think the animation was ever really good. Yeah. It was just really like
it was stand out in how good it was.
Yeah, like especially the opening scene with the bikes. Well, not really.
I was like,
scene, but
yeah,
like, the opening scene with the Mario Brothers. That was just a genuinely really cool action sequence, and I was like, yeah, this is a good, well animated movie. Like, if anything, like depending on what comes out this year, like definitely like top best animated movie. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, I just bought that. Oh my goodness, I don't know.
Pause review so I can kick your ass.
But you know, can I just say something?
What's that?
I feel bad for Brie Larson.
No,
they couldn't
yeah,
handle a paycheck. Oh my god.
Dude, literally, like, they advertised Rosalina so much. And I knew there was going to be some kind of...
do so much in this. Oh, yeah.
I knew there had to be...
5 fucking seconds, bro.
I knew there had to be some kind of damsel in distress in this movie. Something to, like...
Unfortunately, it was Rosalina.
Get them, like, going. Because I can't really recall what the exact story of Galaxy is. I know Bowser gets some kind of... Doesn't he get, like, a big star? And
yeah, he gets one of the grand... He collects the grand stars and basically makes his own planet.
Which I guess is kind of what they did in the first movie, so they probably didn't want to reiterate.
Alright, but the thing is, why did they need to make them related?
Dude,
it felt...
I forgot what point in the movie I was like, they're gonna
fiction.
be... I forgot what point in the movie I was like, they're gonna be sisters.
I was like,
I didn't want to say it to you guys because I wasn't sure if you guys were thinking it too, but I was like, they're going to be sisters. And then they revealed it, and I was like, oh, wow, I was right.
Yeah, by the way, Wario has a shipwreck now, apparently. Bro just owns a boat.
I want to go to Wario shipwreck now.
Oh, you're going to go from DK Pass?
You already know?
Like, Platinum Blonde and, like, Honeycomb Blonde, they have to be related, right?
But if you don't pick another track to go to, you just do the default 3 laps.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically just doing.
But yeah, I'm not that bothered that they're sisters. I'm just puzzled. Like, where's that gonna go? Like, well,
no, like, it'll never be elaborated upon.
Yeah, like what's the reason?
They sequel bait us in this movie. Oh
like,
no, they did.
Like with Daisy, like them hinting that like
Daisy's gonna be the secret stepsister.
Secret stepsister just comes in drama.
They tell me the third one's gonna be a telenovela.
I'm your stepsister. But yeah, like them like having it was so like underwhelming. I guess he just wanted to have something for the big weapon at the end, but
they could have
them hinting that like they have some kind of grand, huge power, Peach and Rosalina. I was like, are they trying to do like the Sonic thing where like like Sonic has like a new pass in the Sonic movie, Purple Owl. And I was like, are they trying to do that with this movie? Like, because that's exactly what that felt like. They're just trying to give someone, a more deep backstory, I guess. Because, at least to me, like, the Galaxy games are, like, probably the most emotional scenes, at least with the Rosalina,
like,
story book. Yeah, I feel like they're the most...
I didn't want to say anything when we were watching that, but they showed that book for, like, a frame.
Dude. With that being so big in the Galaxy games, they did not.
No, we gotta make them sisters for no fucking reason.
Like, they did not get a crap about whatever that story.
Rosalina's original story in Mario Galaxy was that she was quite literally like
the star
regular. She was like a regular human girl, and then she got taken up into space, and basically was forced to fulfill this like grand role of being.
Yeah, they just were completely reverse card. Like And I was a little confused at first by the continuity of it all, because I felt like they were she was like in the future or something. She was talking about like Mario and Peach, like their adventures that already happened. And I was like, is this like in the future?
It was like a prophecy thing?
Yeah, I was like, is this a prophecy? Or are they in the future? Are they going to flashback? No, it's just modern day, and she just...
Rosalina just got really good at that.
Yeah, I guess she's just a whole.
She got security
Like they did say like she's I guess literally God.
She's made of stardust, dude.
Yeah, they said she's like kind of literally God the way they were.
I was like, okay, man, sure.
Like growing grass by touching hands and stuff. I was like, okay, so I guess they just created the universe, I guess? The two of them?
Are we God?
Yeah, like, and I doubt, like you said, Pepper, I doubt they're gonna ever do anything with that. It's the next movies.
No, it's children's series. They're not gonna add on anymore. Like,
I don't expect
I don't
them
expect
to.
that, you know?
Yeah, I don't expect them to, but like, the fact that they bothered to do it, like, alright.
I guess I should have expected it to be something like this, since like they were talking about it in the first movie. I remember she was just like, I have no parents.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. And they never elaborated on it. So I guess that's good on good. His writing is fire.
I don't, I really didn't like though. I don't know if you guys felt that way, but I really didn't care for Bowser all of a sudden, like, having a heart.
And they got over that so fast.
And he got over it
Yeah, I'm not getting over how he
quickly.
got over it.
By getting convinced by Junior, and I was like, wow, alright, so I guess we're not even gonna bother
You
with that.
had a little bit of remorse, and you was like, "Oh, Junior, don't kill him," and then boom, turned him into a baby. He's like, "Yeah, I'm over it."
Because I'm thinking way too deep. I was thinking like, oh, so is this how they're gonna like transition to them being like, I guess like semi like rivals and like I guess like a Mario Tennis type game or like
Yeah, I was like,
Smash.
Bowser's gonna be good for the rest of the movie, and then
Yeah.
then they gave him this negative change arc, and I was like, okay, man,
Yeah,
sure. I was open to cool good guy Bowser. I
And
was
now
kind of
he's
chill with that.
dry. Now he's dry.
Now he's dry. I don't know why they didn't rehydrate
I
him.
mean hot take, but the what was it? I forgot what year it was, but the Mario live action movie has a better Bowser.
By the way, all I'm saying, when Rosalina and Peach, put their hands together, get that kumbaya. They had the option to restore Bowser. They just chose not to.
When they did that, I think Capcom has ruined me because I thought they were gonna kiss. I was like really worried for a minute. I was like, are they gonna
I'm
kiss?
sorry, Alex does not have influence over this game. He has
Boomerang rage.
I won't lie, that kind of went in my head for a second.
Okay, I'm glad we all
I was
saw
like,
that terrible vision of the world.
Don't worry.
I was like, is something about to happen here?
Don't worry, Alex didn't do his daily warm-up of 10 cents of cussing crackers. We're doing
This is a cool stage, holy cow.
It is very cool.
This is kind of a nitpick for me, but the whole like Bowser getting hit and then becoming big again from the little mini mushroom.
That should have killed him.
Dude, that
And
makes
that ain't how a mini mushroom
yeah,
works.
like if we're going like on specifics of Mario stuff, which sometimes in this movie,
The writing is bullshit.
yeah, they're
I've
like
accepted that
they're like that doesn't do that. This power does not do that. But I was like, okay, I guess we're just taking some liberties here.
By the way, this is another nitpick with me with the star bits. It is told that in the galaxy, star bits actually are edible and they taste a little bit like a slightly dull candy. But also, when they are thrown with enough force, they can be used to stun games. That never happened.
You guys expected too much from me.
Yeah,
I hate this.
And I guess like also if we're going off of like galaxy stuff, besides from Rosalina being there and I guess them like saying the galaxies and stuff like space junk and what's that one? That they mentioned in the movie several times. The transport one.
Something galaxy.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But
Gateway
like,
Galaxy.
aside from that, like there was really zero galaxy stuff. I guess unless you count the like zero gravity scene when they were Peach was fighting Morg. But that was more in my head. I was more of like
No,
a
but
3D
remember when
world.
they got shot out of the star in the Fox?
Okay,
Shit,
I
man.
guess.
Like, come on, man, that was like galaxy as fuck.
But my main point is, I mean, I guess there's really no reason since Rosalina and Mario didn't interact.
I think they just want the
Mario
energy
didn't
setting.
have the whole like spin move.
He did it once.
He did?
He did it to
once.
defeat Bowser.
Okay, I missed that one.
No, but he didn't
When
even
he
do
was in the Black Star, he
Should
was
I-
like, wow!
No,
Oh!
he didn't even
I thought
do
that was
the
the-
galaxy spin. He did the Wii spin.
Yeah, I would say that looked like the new Super Mario Bros. Spin to me. Because the galaxy one has a little blue twirl thing on.
He didn't
It's
have
minor.
the-
It's so
He
minor,
didn't have
but
the Luma to do it. He couldn't do it. Oh, by the way, I do like how the red star got just as much screen time as it does gameplay usage in the actual game.
That's
None.
Ooh! Let's go, baby! the first win.
Oh, you won? Nice.
Yeah, I won.
Congratulations.
Oh, I thought that was. I'm so dumb. The 3D also. Did you guys like?
Oh yeah, we saw it.
That was a good 3D experience.
It was
I
not
feel like
bad.
that was a really good way of using
I
3D.
kind of fucks with it. Yeah.
There was several scenes, especially with the whole Peach fight.
Yeah, like when they were like roaring and shit.
But
They,
the
like, got my
casino,
face.
that was
It was
great.
like, I felt.
It wasn't
feeling the
obnoxious
aura.
like 3D, like Avatar.
I felt the aura. Alright, Jerry, pass the controller.
Yeah, like the 3D was well done. Like it just, it felt worth it to me, to a certain degree. I was like, okay, I can see why this was 3D.
Was it worth the price you paid for it though?
$20 is still wild, but still, I don't recall what the prices were originally. I probably had to ask my mom if she ever remembers. I doubt she would.
21, wasn't it, per person?
21.
Yeah, pretty much.
21.
For counting tax. Dang, they took the million from her.
21.
Junkyard.
Wait, go back to Daisy. Camilla and is
Damn, there's nothing.
there's zero, bro. She's just pale. I think that's really it. Can't think of anything else really with this movie. Like that's just really the thing with like, I hate to compare it, but with the Sonic movie versus the Mario movie, it's just not that deep, bro. It's not really much to go off.
I kind of like the Sonic
Mario
150
movies.
Alright, 150 is.
Like the Sonic movies, like they have. It's not like they're that complex, but they have some substance to them compared to how straightforward the Mario movie is. And I'm pretty sure, aren't they like the same length?
Yeah, they're all 90 minutes
think
long. They're
yeah, I
supposed to
think-
be like keep kids' attention.
Yeah, I think they're
90
both
minutes.
like the exact same length, except for 3. I think 3 was close to
Close
2
to 2
hours.
hours.
Yeah, I think that was close to 2 hours.
Because 3 was golden! That movie was golden!
Like, just talk about the final ending. Whatever like the movie goes, which is most likely going to be Mario Land with Daisy, since they hinted towards that. Again, I don't expect much, but at the very least, I hope they give Daisy a backstory or something like that, or a deeper backstory. There's really not much known about Daisy.
She's from Sarasaland. That's all that matters.
Yeah, like that's really all I know, and that's most likely what they're gonna do. But I just like if they're gonna keep doing the
They need to
cameos
give
thing as
Luigi a
well,
love interest, and that's what they're
Yeah.
going to do.
Also, again, I
or
would
they
say
do Rosalina.
That's
That
some
would be
Alex
good.
shit right there, dude.
that would be you have a better shot of landing a slam dunk on the fucking moon, bro. But you know what? Power to you.
I mean, Luigi's tall. I mean, I guess he got that right. Actually, I think Rosalina's taller than Luigi.
That's still too incesty for me. I don't like it.
What? What do you mean?
Peach and Rosalina are
No,
sisters.
they-
Mario and Luigi are brothers. That's a little weird.
How's that weird?
That feels weird to me.
There's plenty of people that do that.
And they're weird. They're weird motherfuckers.
I would do that if there was a cute sister and like, oh, I don't have a.
Jerry, choose your words.
I have
Very
I have a sister, so I mean,
Can you imagine that?
okay,
Imagine
I'm trying
your
to frame
sister.
it in a way. Okay,
All
say
right,
my
so-
sister like dates this dude that has a sister. And like we hit it off. I think that's fine to me.
I hate
that's
to
just
say
more
it.
family.
I think Broco's gonna get in the way of
Is
that.
that not more family? That's just
Thank you,
closer
thank you.
family.
You agree with Brocode here to not like do that sort of thing.
You're not supposed to bang each other's sisters. That's against bro code.
I mean,
Jerry, don't think about it too hard. Don't go against bro code. That you're thinking too hard about it.
if we hit it off, we're bros, you know.
That sounds gay more than
Hey,
anything.
whoa.
You said if you hit it off, and
I mean,
Yeah.
as like best friend.
I didn't. I
literally
support you,
okay,
Jerry. All of
I
my
literally
journey.
have a best friend right now that like, I asked him, I was like, bro, like, if I ask out your sister, you be cool with that. And
They
he was
say fuck off.
like, it was like, yeah, you're a cool dude, Jari. I was like, yeah, see,
At least yes. You know what?
It is.
You know, at least he asked.
My thing is that like if we're going a little deeper in this, my thing is like I think it's only weird if you don't if you actually never mind.
You see my vision.
No, I just didn't know what else to say there. I was trying to go a little deeper there, but I couldn't think of like an extra explanation there. I mean, I just don't think it's that weird. Is it really that weird? It's like
you
like
should
if, like,
really put this part in
I'm
your
think-
YouTube video
I'm
and do
thinking,
it
like-
release to the public. I think that's a really good idea.
I'm thinking like Zack and Cody. Like you guys remember Zack and Cody? Like, you guys remember Zack and Cody with the
I don't
two
know
twins?
if you want to refer to a Dan Schneider release.
That was not Dan Schneider.
That's Disney. That's Disney Channel.
That was Disney.
Either way,
They were tortured. They weren't.
You remember Zack and Cody?
still either way, both the
You remember,
torture at home.
you remember Zack and Cody when they were dating the twins, the other twins? That's not that weird.
Feels weird to me.
How's it weird?
I don't want to. I can't imagine if my brother's girlfriend had a sister that I would date her.
You would just be closer as family, not in that way, but closer as family.
We're real close to family, all right.
Like, what if
You're taking a drive down to Alabama
the
town.
bonding will be pretty easy. That bonding would be pretty easy.
I don't.
Funny adventures. That'll be a funny little adventure, right? Wow, this is going a little weird.
Yeah. You gotta edit this whole segment out.
I'm just gonna play the music, bro.
I think the segment was pretty funny. All right, end of the video, like, comment, subscribe, and
No.
Thank you for watching the review.
Outro. You have to do a proper outro. You can't just incest is wincest and then lose this shit.
Like, comment, subscribe. What I just said isn't weird, and there you go. These people are wrong.
You
Yep, there you go.